very close partner for the conference, and we have company partners, the Intersolar conference partners. You see the names displayed outside. They help us provide you with good services and good food and good drinks. And of course, we have a row of conference sponsors, which you find outside. Without all of the support, the Intersolar could not be as effective, and I hope you will find the program which we present to be useful for you, interesting for you. And after we have heard our distinguished speakers, I will take the time to give a little bit of the perspective which I have on the future of photovoltaics. But before doing this, it is my very big pleasure to invite Mayor Lee to give his address to us. Thank you so much for coming, Mayor Lee.
Thank you, Dr. Weber, for that introduction. And everybody, welcome to San Francisco. I want to, again, welcome for the 4th straight year the Intersolar Conference here in the city. And not only are you in the city of San Francisco, but let me welcome you to the greenest city in North America, as stated by Siemens Corporation this year. We are proud to host this conference, but also know that while we're hosting all of you, for the great ideas that you have and the collaboration with all the aspects of this conference, we want you to know that we're continuing to do our best to continue being the greenest city. Perhaps we will attempt to be the greenest city continuously in not only Northern America, but perhaps show the way for the rest of the world that we can do it in an urban setting and have that repeated all over the world in the great cities that we have and can work in. I want to let you know that we are not only on our way, but we can always do better. And we have set aggressive goals in our city. And one of the most aggressive goals is that we have committed, through my predecessor and now me to carry out, is that by the year 2020, San Francisco will transfer all of its energy sources to 100% electrical energy on renewable sources by 2020. That's a commitment we've made, and we are striving for that every year that we work. And we will commit to doing that, and with your help, we can get that goal done. We have launched very powerful and very effective solar programs for our city. On the municipal side, we have created more than 7 megawatts of city-owned solar in our city, 5 megawatts alone coming from the largest municipally owned solar installation in the state of California, and that's right here in our Sunset Reservoir. We have worked on the Go Solar program. That's our program that invites our private citizens to install solar on their houses and their homes and their commercial buildings. And we are making sure that that program continues to work. And since 2007, where the program began, we started out with about 795 non-municipal solar installations in the city that totaled about 3 megawatts. Today, that number has more than tripled to 2,400 non-municipal solar installations that total 10.5 megawatts. We are clearly on our way. And that alone is saving San Franciscans almost $4 million in electric bills each year, reducing about 15 million tons of CO2 emissions from the city. Clearly, that's an accomplishment that we will continue working on and do more of. Also, in 2007, San Francisco was among Northern California's cities and counties in solar adoption. We were one of the first. Well, actually, we were one of the last in 2007. Now, as of 2009, San Francisco earned the Northern California First Place Award for total number of new solar systems installed among large cities. We have done that with additional work on our solar financing. Under grants from the United States Department of Energy, and thank you for being here today, from the Reinvestment and Recovery Act and from Solar America City programs, San Francisco is developing more innovative financing options, including solar at work And today we're announcing that we're launching that program tomorrow. Solar at Work will enable an additional 2 megawatts of solar installations on San Francisco's numerous small to medium-sized owned commercial buildings. And we will also be announcing the Green Financing SF program, which is the way we will help finance the commercial buildings along the same lines that we did the PACE program when it was for residential. We will go commercial with a solar, the green financing for our commercial buildings with this program aimed at commercial buildings. So we will announce that today. And then finally, we are home to yet another of some 30 cities across the world that have a very, very effective solar map, the SF Solar Map that was created in 2006. And it's been award-winning, but yet so necessary for those who are looking for how they will get information on everything from energy output, potential sizes, cost, and energy bill savings. That solar map allows us to round out the numerous things that we're doing to support solar energy build in our city. San Francisco continues to be a global center for the solar industry. We're home to some 30 solar companies, and they include offices for manufacturing, for development, for installers, and more. And they include 5 of the top photovoltaic manufacturers throughout the whole world that are located here. San Francisco has become an international destination for solar companies, and they include 5 Chinese firms, 4 Spanish firms, and firms from Germany and other countries. With our historic financial strength, solar firms are moving to San Francisco to be close to their financial partners, and this is on top of the fact that we are home to our own California Public Utilities Commission, our own PG&E, Pacific Gas and Electric, and of course our own San Francisco Public Utilities Commission. Today, in addition to all of that, a year ago we met this other company that came through the Intersolar conference. And it was a company from China, from Nanjing, China, and they were talking about where they might locate their next headquarters. And a year ago, we began with our own San Francisco Center for Nonprofit Economic Development to entice them to locate their headquarters here in San Francisco. And today, I would like to announce the newest headquarters in North America. For Sun Energy, China Sun Energy has decided to locate their headquarters right in the heart of the financial district in San Francisco. Thank you, Sun Energy, China Sun Energy, for locating your headquarters here. We make that announcement today. To the solar companies and organizations located here in San Francisco, all of you who have worked with us and come here year after year for the last 4 straight years, I want to continue welcoming you here and letting you know that the city of San Francisco continues to do its best, and you have my personal commitment to work with every aspect of the industry to make sure not only that you are comfortable, but that you are growing. And then for those of you who have not decided to locate here yet, there's a great opportunity, an opportunity that will join you in unmatched policy leadership here in the city. You'll be part of the top global cluster of solar firms throughout the whole world. You'll have access to that top talent, and this region will reflect its robustness in the transportation infrastructure that we have to get your workers here, to get your visitors and the tourism here. That will include the people who want to see what we're doing in the solar industry. We are also home to very high levels, in fact, some 300 clean tech companies that are located here in San Francisco. And we want to make sure you know that if you want to make that decision, locate here, qualified clean tech companies can enjoy a very robust payroll tax exemption if you're qualified to work with us. We'd like to offer that to you and become part of our whole local business acumen. We also offer workforce incentive programs through our green programs and our commitment to assist you in setting this up. So I want to entice all of you who haven't located here to make that decision and take a look at all the benefits that we have. Finally, in my welcoming remarks, I want to say something that has been on my mind for certainly the last 6 months as I've headed up this great city. The solar companies that you all represent and all the aspects of the industry, I want to get you back to what you're really all about. I know that many of you are here to figure out what you can do to sustain business and to make sure you're growing and creating jobs for not only the companies that you represent and the different countries that you have, but I also want you to know that as the mayor of this city, that you are part of a more serious goal. And that goal can be articulated by a 10-year-old, but it can also be articulated by someone who is 100 years old. You are a part of an effort to save this world. This world is going to be a better place for generations of people, for my kids and hopefully my grandkids, to make it where there's less CO2 emissions all over the world, led by the biggest industrial cities to change the way they operate. And I think they can only accomplish that goal if they work with the solar companies on all the aspects of the solar industry. So I invite you to think of yourselves in this Intersolar conference that you have here, to not only think in terms of business, but to think in terms of the overall goal of helping us save this world and making sure it's a better place and we sustain ourselves as a qualitative world for generations to come. Thank you and welcome to San Francisco.